40 financial institutions, 59 entities total. 19 of them were virtual asset service providers, and the other ones were financial institutions. Okay. Now, it says literally right here, the TradFi entities, they hold, you see right here, cryptocurrencies. And it says right here, these virtual asset service providers hold cryptocurrencies. Okay. Just to confirm to all those naysayers that are like, oh, they're not going to hold crypto. This is literally coming from 50 different surveyed financial institutions telling you that they do. Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another CYPRX video banger. In today's video, this is going to be one of those monumental videos that you're going to want to pay attention to, because we're going to confirm some things from some Ripple representatives that I've been attempting to show you all for the longest time, that these financial institutions are 110% for a fact interested in utilizing DeFi to earn yield on their digital assets. Real-world asset tokenization, the DeFi ecosystem, and the crypto ecosystem are all going to scale and grow hand in hand together over the next consecutive couple of years. I'm going to play some video clips from some Ripple representatives like David Schwartz, Marcus Amfanger, Monica Long, and then we're going to get into a document from the Hong Kong Institute for Monetary and Financial Research confirming that financial institutions are 110% actually utilizing DeFi protocols right now. With that being said, buckle up. If you enjoy these video breakdowns, do us a favor, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe. If anybody's interested in learning about DeFi, how to utilize it to scale their digital assets and get them working for you, make sure that you head over to CYPRXtrading.com. We would love to have you on the Wealth 28 Club team. With that being said, let's dive into this video breakdown. Let's set the tone. I want to play two video clips back to back for you all that I posted on the X Space just the other day. The first one being a representative where he goes on to talk about real-world asset tokenization and how the growth of tokenization will depend on the growth of the cryptocurrency ecosystem, because there's a lot of individuals in this space, naysayers, that are like, oh, tokenization is going to take over and crypto is not going to grow. No, this individual representative goes on to confirm that they are going to work alongside each other to scale each other, hand in hand. And then he also goes on to talk about how he himself is utilizing a DeFi protocol to earn yield on his digital assets.
Until recently, I was one of the biggest users of Ondo personally. No, I'm not, but nothing against Ondo. The reason is simply that, whereas for a long time, other startups that tokenize were offering me some sort of trade finance deals at 12% a year, I was like, I don't understand it. I want none of that. I'm very happy with my 4.5% on Ondo. But then, come the bull market 1 or 2 months ago, and now you can get 15% on Aave. I personally consider Aave to be roughly risk-free. And so I was like, 5% on Ondo, 15% on Aave, so I switched.
And then I want you to pay attention in this video breakdown via the Blockstars interview with David Schwartz and Monica Long talking about stablecoin liquidity on the DEX on the XRPL. Monica Long goes on to confirm that as tokenization grows and the DEX on the XRP ledger grows, that there will be more demand for the digital asset XRP. And this goes hand in hand with what this gentleman says in this video breakdown. And this is going to set the tone for today's video. So take a second and listen.
The market will grow over the next 4 years from 2.5 trillion to 10 trillion, forex. Are we still going to keep our market share as real world assets on chain, 7 to 8%, or are we going to outgrow this? Max, what's your view?
I think that wherever we can end up, it's important to, my opinion at least, is that first and foremost, we depend on the size of the crypto market.
Yeah, so for our payments customers, we've supported various tokens in the payment flow. Of course, XRP as a bridge asset, and that position for XRP doesn't change in our view, especially as more and more types of assets get tokenized on blockchains, and there's a need for efficient liquidity between, what will increasingly become a longer and longer tail of different types of assets. Even amongst the currencies, there'll be different issuers of different currencies. And the more that transactions happen, especially right on Ledger with the decentralized exchange, there'll be more and more demand for XRP as a bridge asset. That will continue.
Are we still going to keep our market share as real world assets on chain, 7 to 8%, or are we going to outgrow this? Max, what's your view?
I think that wherever we can end up, it's important to, my opinion at least, is that first and foremost, we depend on the size of the crypto market.
So this again just confirms everything that we've been attempting to show you guys from back when Ripple actually launched the AMM feature back in March on the XRPL. How many additional representatives from Ripple does the XRP community require to validate that our XRP can effectively work for us, enabling us to accumulate more XRP? Most individuals in the crypto space have no idea that DeFi even exists or that you can utilize it. It is a new financial tool that you can use to scale your wealth.
Next from XRP Ledger, what's on your roadmap?
Yeah, so there's some amazing stuff happening. So first of all, an automated market maker has been released very recently and voted in by the community. That one is going live, which will obviously also be a native feature on the protocol, which brings more security and user safety and allows users to basically, put their liquidity to work. So
like the more traditional market makers, because the automated market makers are implemented on decentralized blockchains, you can participate in an automated market maker not just by trading with it, but also by a sort of the equivalent of lending in assets. So remember I said the automated market maker has to have some USD so it can buy XRP whenever someone wants to sell it, and it has to have some XRP so it can sell XRP whenever someone else wants to buy it. And what an automated market maker does is it makes a return, it generates revenue from various different mechanisms, including the spreads on its trades, and if you lend it your XRP or your USD or both, then you own a sort of share in the automated market maker and you benefit from the trades that automated market maker makes.
So we're going to be pulling up pieces from this document right here. It is the Decentralized Finance Current Landscape and Regulatory Development Report from June 2024. And in this report, major financial institutions, I'm going to get into exact numbers, were actually surveyed in this report, which is going to blow your mind via some of the things that they were saying. So make sure that you stick around. But right here in chapter 4, just to highlight what Monica Long just mentioned about tokenization and what this individual representative mentioned about tokenization and the growth and how it will depend on the cryptocurrency market. Well, just for all those naysayers out here, right here on chapter 4 in the highlights of this document that we're going to read, it says, in the near future, tokenized assets, stablecoins, and cryptocurrencies, again, I repeat, and cryptocurrencies will be the main types of virtual assets in the respondents' businesses' operations. That is a major mic drop moment because so many naysayers out there are like, oh, they're not going to pay attention to cryptocurrencies. They're not going to utilize cryptocurrencies and they're not going to adopt them. Yes, they are, people. You understand how massive this new financial infrastructure is going to be. It is going to be a multi-digital asset ecosystem where stablecoins, CBDCs, cryptocurrencies are all going to coexist in the future together. So without further ado, now that the tone is set for this video breakdown today, let's get into this document from the Hong Kong Institute for Monetary and Financial Research, and let's dive in and read some of what this document has to say, because it is honestly mind-blowing and physical proof, again, that 98% of retail investors are not paying attention to. So here is the document right here in case anybody wants to go and Google the PDF yourselves, and we're just going to read some interesting highlights. This is going to take some time, but pay attention to detail. So in this report, it also represents the findings of a survey commissioned by the Hong Kong Institute for Monetary and Financial Research, summarizing the views of local financial services on the current market landscape and potential challenges of virtual asset markets. The survey participants included, so this is where it talks about who was in this survey, just so you all know, traditional financial institutions such as banks, asset managers, and insurers as major institutional customers and virtual asset service providers as major institutional providers. So this was a bunch of banks and financial institutions surveyed in this report. So yes, you should most likely be paying attention. Now, since blockchain appeared as a decentralized payment alternative in 2008, it has grown to include a broad spectrum of crypto assets that have attracted widespread investors' interest. Beginning as small a segment of the crypto asset market, the DeFi market capitalization surged from roughly 6 billion to a high of approximately 170 billion in 2021 and a high in 2024 of 192 billion. Now, before establishing at approximately US 80 billion back in 2023, these numbers demonstrate that DeFi has potential that cannot be ignored. I highlighted right there because, again, so many people are skeptical in this market about DeFi. And at a bare minimum, you should at least be taking initiative and getting educated, which is why we created the Wealth 28 Club, to educate you all on how you can utilize these DeFi protocols that are available to you right now to scale your wealth. Again, if that's interesting to you or sounds interesting to you, go check out CYPRXtrading.com, come and join the team. We'd love to have you. So DeFi has the potential to provide new financial services. I repeat, new financial services. These are financial services that were not available to the retail investor prior to DeFi existing, such as liquid staking, flash loans, automated market makers with reduced transaction speed and enhanced innovation, automation, and financial inclusion, right? You can be your own bank. Again, I'll say that like straight up, you can be your own bank right now. And if you're not taking advantage of the opportunities to scale your wealth, you're not combating against inflation and the devaluation of your fiat currency. And I say your fiat currency because it's happening on a global scale. Doesn't matter what jurisdiction you are in. Our governments, our central banks are devaluing our currency at such a rapid pace. And if you're not attempting to combat that, you are going to fall behind in this digital transformation. Moving on, some other interesting highlights. DeFi can unlock liquidity in traditional illiquid assets such as artwork and real estate. Fifth, permissionless accessibility of the DeFi market can promote greater financial inclusion as any consumer, again, any consumer, that's any person, can access DeFi protocols without restriction. What does that mean? Okay, if you understand how massive that is, that means somebody in Africa, in the lowest level income earning area of Africa, has the same amount of access that somebody in the most expensive part of Malibu, California in the United States has with just a mobile phone connection to Wi-Fi.
But what I do see, and where my positivity now comes, I work across the emerging world. Now, what we've seen in the last 2 years, when I was writing laws in 2017, 2018 around ICOs, Bitcoin, blockchain, Bitcoin, Ethereum, nobody cared. Nobody really cared. Move to 2024. I've got to worry about DeFi. I need to worry about smart contracts, audits of smart contracts, the metaverse. Things like Web3 is now allowed entrepreneurs across the emerging world. Do I really, really care what Bitcoin price does? Well, vote a lot of it, yes, but it's still a speculative asset and it's very volatile. So take that out of the equation for a minute. But the emerging world where you don't have access to a banking system, and I work in Nigeria, Kenya, Botswana, 97% of people don't have access to financial inclusion. We in Australia have 98%, Canada, the rest of the world. You flip that on the head. All of a sudden you give people a smart device, a stable coin, a wallet. You can create, with Web3, move value. We can transfer value and assets like we've never seen in history. And that is the killer app. And you will see the development of that in the next 6 months in the emerging world like we've never seen anything.
And if you understand that, how massive that is, this is a call for education. DeFi not only replicates many TradFi activities, but also has the potential to offer more, which it does. Currently, popular categories are decentralized exchanges or DEXs, borrowing and lending protocols, derivatives, insurance, and asset management. Moreover, the technological underpinnings of DeFi protocols offer novel features or products that have yet to exist in TradFi. This is all brand new, people. That's why I'm telling you guys, tap in. So this is where I'm going to incorporate that video clip of David Schwartz at XRP Las Vegas announcing to literally the entire crowd back in May, I believe it was like May 3rd or something like that, where XRP Las Vegas took place just a couple months after the AMM feature on the XRPL dropped, where he told the entire XRP community that you can earn yield on your XRP right now through this feature. So it says here, AMMs are a new type of DeFi exchange protocol, unlike traditional financial markets, which rely on buyers and sellers. AMMs aim to maintain liquidity in the protocol through liquidity pools of 2 or more crypto assets, which again, we go into detail about this and how to utilize these AMM features to your benefit in the CYPRX 1228 Club material. Here it says, AMM protocols employ various economic incentive mechanisms to maintain higher level of liquidity in their liquidity pools. Liquidity providers, that could be you, that is me, and that is the rest of us here in the CYPRX 1228 Club, primarily earn transaction fees as passive income and may also receive from AMM protocols a new crypto asset known as a liquidity provider token.
Like the more traditional market makers, because the automated market makers are implemented on decentralized blockchains, you can participate in an automated market maker not just by trading with it, but also by a sort of the equivalent of lending in assets. So remember I said the automated market maker has to have some USD so it can buy XRP whenever someone wants to sell it, and it has to have some XRP so it can sell XRP whenever someone else wants to buy it. And what an automated market maker does is it makes a return, it generates revenue from various different mechanisms, including spreads on its trades, and if you lend it your asset, your XRP or your USD or both, then you own a sort of share in the automated market maker and you benefit from the trades that automated market maker makes.
And what did David Schwartz tell you all at XRP Las Vegas? And then what did Marcus Infinger tell you on a panel discussion when he was asked the same exact question multiple weeks later? This exact thing, right? So we're not making this up at CYPRX. This is all possible and has all been newly developed ever since the beginning of this year, right? AMM feature on the XRPL dropped in March of this year. And again, this just goes to show the lack of the education in the XRP community. If you go talk to Ethereum holders, they've had these features for some time: lending, borrowing, liquid staking, being able to provide liquidity on Uniswap to certain Ethereum trading pairs, and so on and so forth. XRP holders have never had this opportunity until this year. And so now, again, is the time for us as XRP enthusiasts and other digital assets holders with utility like HBAR, like XLM, like XDC, whose DeFi ecosystems are all scaling right now, it is now time for us to take advantage of these opportunities. Whereas Ethereum holders had the opportunity to take advantage of those tools to scale their wealth in previous market cycles, we now have that opportunity, okay? DeFi was the fastest growing sector in the crypto asset ecosystem because of its high expected returns and flexibility for leverage and speculative investments. At the end of March 2024, the market capitalization of DeFi market was 112 billion or US 92 billion in terms of TBL, representing only 4% of the total crypto asset market value at 2.82 trillion. Moreover, the DeFi ecosystem is highly concentrated as more than half the DeFi market was built on Ethereum. This is just backing exactly what I'm saying. But now we are starting to see other chains, other networks develop proper and mature DeFi ecosystems like the XRPL. Okay, moving on. More information on this document. I mean, this document just unpacks so much. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying this so far, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe. Always putting our money where our mouth is at, trying and attempting to show you guys that these financial institutions are 110% interested in digital assets. They're 110% interested in DeFi. And again, we're going to confirm that in the rest of these highlights. So just a couple more pages for you all, roughly about 6 pages more to read. So chapter 4, as we mentioned in the highlights, in the VA ecosystem, the survey respondents, remember who those survey respondents are, we're going to get into the nitty gritty and you're going to actually see how many of these survey respondents come from what niche, reported increasing virtual asset involvement in their business operations and their strong interest in expanding that involvement over the coming years. Hint, hint, why you should be interested, why you should get involved. In the near future, tokenized assets, stablecoins, and cryptocurrencies, here it says right there, will be the main types of virtual assets in the respondent business operations, while several closely associated solutions, such as those for tokenization, hint, hint, what did Monica Long just say? Again, the demand on the DEX, on the XRPL will eventually lead to more demand for the digital asset XRP, right? Payment, custodian, conversion, exchange, trading, and staking platforms will be increasingly adopted. Wow, would you look at that? It literally correlates with exactly what Monica Long said, to correlate with exactly what David Schwartz said and Marcus Infinger. And again, it's all putting things together for you all. Nobody on YouTube is doing this for you guys right now, showing you that this is all possible. Here at CYPRX, we're always attempting to keep you guys at the forefront. And again, just to reiterate, now is the time for education, because look at this. A total of 59 entities participated in this survey. So this is not information coming from CYPRX. This is coming from these large financial institutions. And we're attempting to relay this to you all. And this included 40 financial institutions referred to as TradFi entities. Okay, that is who you're getting this information from. Now, regarding the surveyed VASPs, 95% were currently using virtual assets or had planned use cases, which was notably higher given the nature of their VA activities. The main reason for TradFi entities' involvement in VAs included VA activities that can generate potential new revenue streams. Do you all see this right here? Okay. This is what you have the opportunity to do right now in DeFi, is you can create new revenue streams with passive income. Okay. Coming down here, this gets into the nitty gritty and we're going to actually pick apart the numbers. Major types of virtual asset currently held by respondents for their business operations. And we got the numbers up here, right? It says 40 financial institutions, 59 entities total, 19 of them were virtual asset service providers, and the other ones were financial institutions, okay? Now, it says literally right here, the TradFi entities, they hold, you see right here, cryptocurrencies. And it says right here, these virtual asset service providers hold cryptocurrencies, okay? Just to confirm to all those naysayers that are like, oh, they're not going to hold crypto. This is literally coming from 50 different surveyed financial institutions telling you that they do. Right here, it also says the DeFi-specific activities undertaken by these survey respondents were noticeable but needed to be further developed. Specifically, 29% of the respondents indicated that they had developed or operated DeFi protocols. This is again confirming what we've said in previous video breakdowns, that these financial institutions are for a fact using DeFi. Okay, now developments and or operation of DeFi protocols by respondents. So this is the number of TradFi participants in this survey, 42% utilizing DeFi. This is the number of virtual asset service providers using DeFi out of the numbers of respondents that were surveyed. So again, just doing some simple math, if there were 59 respondents that were surveyed and we times that number by 0.29, okay, you can see here, respondents using DeFi. So we multiply the number of respondents by the number of respondents using DeFi, 0.29%. That gives us a total of 17 financial institutions right now. You can see this number. Hopefully this math makes sense. 17 financial institutions currently right now are confirmed to have used or have been using DeFi protocols. That is massive. If that does not pique your interest, I do not know what else will. Again, visit CYPRXtrading.com and you can, at a minimum, start to educate yourself on DeFi, on how to utilize your digital assets to start earning you passive income. You don't have to go out and deploy your digital assets. Maybe you're still skeptical. Maybe you don't want to get involved until regulation comes into fruition. Maybe you've heard about the word impermanent loss and you don't quite understand it and you're still speculative sitting on the sidelines. But at a bare minimum, you could at least take initiative and educate yourself. And then once you have the power of education backing you and your decisions in the market, then is when you become powerful and you learn how to properly deploy your assets, maybe in the now or maybe in the future, but you have that knowledge, you have that educational background. I'm telling you guys right now, don't sleep on this because I'm showing you physical proof that these financial institutions are here. So I hope that this video breakdown helped you guys out, deliver some clarity to you all that these financial institutions are for a fact heavily vested in digital assets, DeFi, and another reason why you all should take proactive initiative and get involved now. Not get involved in a sense of deploying all your digital assets into DeFi protocols to start earning. No, that's hypey. But at least at a bare minimum, properly educating yourself by joining a community that has been at the forefront of these DeFi revolutions for some time now. So with that being said, many blessings to you guys. As always, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe, bringing you guys the realest information. Keep your head up out there. I know that there is a recent market downturn that we have experienced, but at the end of the day, we all know where this digital asset landscape is headed over the next consecutive couple of years. Learn how to scale your digital assets in the now. You can visit CYPRXtrading.com. Jump on the Wealth 28 Club team. We'd love to have you. So much value packed into one course where you can find literally everything from A to Z about DeFi, how to get involved, and how to start getting your digital assets to work for you. As always, again, be cognizant, be aware out there, and I will see you all in the next video breakdown.